I'm a beginner, I know this, but I'm going to give you a pro tip. I figured out the best way to do this fence siding. Good morning. I'm in Lakewood, Colorado today. I'm at my friend Becky's house doing house sitting here for a week. Today, hopefully today and tomorrow, I'll be making major progress on the step van. Yesterday I picked up 4 big panels of fencing. These are 8-foot wide panels approximately, cedar fencing, which I'm planning to reclaim and repurpose for the upper 40 inches of the siding in my step van. I have my mark set up for 40 inches going across this panel here. I'm planning on cutting it one cut with the circular saw, and then I just have to remove the nails on the other portions to free up the boards, and hopefully I'll get a bunch of boards cut exactly at 40 inches. Well, that went pretty well. On 2 of the panels, the bottom ends are really rough, like they've been rotted out a little bit and uneven. Some of the boards are higher and lower than others. So I'm trimming the bottoms of those 2 panels. The other 2 were pretty much right on, so I left those. I'm also making sure that they're square before I cut them. And there you can see the final cut along the bottom and the little chips and pieces. Glad I'm wearing glasses. I need to get those goggles that close over the glasses because a couple of times those little pieces popped up and hit me in the glasses. So I'm really thankful I had those. So definitely make sure you wear goggles or safety glasses when you're doing stuff like that and cutting those little ends, because they'll fly out. Well, that's the last of the cuts. I've got 4 panels completely cut, 40 inches for each panel. That should give me 8-foot panels, 32 feet of paneling. I have 30 foot of space that I want to do, minus the area that'll be the backsplash of the kitchen. So I should have plenty of extra wood. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. Let me show you what I have. All right, I've got them sort of set in the shade of the step van here. And next step, I'm going to take a break first, but then next step will be come back and separate out the 2x4s. I've got 2 2x4s on each of these and 1 nail for each board. So I've just got to go through and remove those. These are fairly thin. I think they'll work really nice. They're lightweight. It's probably about the same as maybe doing the pine tongue and groove that a lot of people use. I want to head off one of the questions that I'm probably going to get. My understanding is that these are cedar fence planks, according to the guy that's giving them away, and that they came from Home Depot. My understanding from reading on Home Depot's site is that these are untreated with chemicals, that the natural cedar is resistant to the outdoor environment. So I feel pretty good, pretty confident that these don't have any chemical treatments or toxic stuff I need to worry about. I've finished 1 pallet. I've got a stack of wood here. It's coming along pretty well. It probably takes about 15 minutes or so to pull the boards off. I have maybe 2 or 3 that cracked and became questionable whether I'll end up using those or not. But I think I've got enough surplus, I should be okay. I've got 3 pallets left. And the weather looks like it's not going to cooperate. I just checked with Dark Sky app, which says it's supposed to rain pretty soon. I'm a beginner, I know this, but I'm going to give you a pro tip. I figured out the best way to do this fence siding, and I also figured out why sometimes people don't want to use this. The stuff's pretty brittle, and it's really weak and breaks quite easily, very fragile. So I've broken enough of these that I figured out a way to get it off almost every time without any problems. So I'll show you how I do that. Basically, I'm using this cat's paw tool that I've used before that I discovered because of my brother-in-law Merrill. So you need a cat's paw and you need a hammer. And then basically what you do is you run the cat's paw like this underneath the board all the way, and then you can manually lift it up. And the boards are soft enough and brittle enough that the nails will just come directly out through the hole, and you're just left with a hole, and then you can use the board and just pry up the opposite end. So it ends up working really well. I'll show you what I mean. So what you want to do is drive this all the way under, and you can choose the front side or back side, whichever one has more room. Just carefully hammer it all the way under. Just keep going and keep going. The natural thickness of this cat's paw will start releasing it. And then you just rock it back and forth a little bit and it releases. Rock it a little bit on the other end and it releases. And there you go. Well, finally I'm all done. I got all the boards pulled off, all the nails out. They're all cut to 40 inches. Probably one out of every 10 or 12 boards was damaged. That either would break or shatter in a certain point. But for the most part, I think I got everything. I think I probably have enough wood to do what I want to do. If not, I think this particular style of wood is readily available and I can get some more. I'm totally wiped today. My lower back is just killing me. Would have helped probably to have a table and work at a higher level, but you know, it is what it is and I made my choice. I'm going to call it a day and try to hit this again tomorrow. That's all I have for this episode. Thank you for watching. Savor the moment. See you next episode.